like this. Nobody knew how he saved you. No one knows how he saved you, how he brought you up, how he cut the shackles, how he break you. So when you come with your alabaster jar, who are you to condemn me for breaking that which you claim is too expensive to pour on the feet of my master? When message is being preached today, henceforth, you are free to get into deep prayer of intercession or supplication as the message is being preached. You used to be saying, Father, give me clarity. Father, interpret to me. Father, explain to me. You get deep into that, but go say, Father, open my eyes. Let me hear what he's saying. Father, interpret to me. Father, explain to me. Father, illuminate my heart. That's where you want to be. And when something off is being said, Father, I don't understand this. Let him bring understanding. Do you understand it? Can you get into it? If you get into it, it does not really matter whether you're get in the spirit. And then in the process, you will hear a word. Oh, I need to take this down. Don't be nonchalant in His presence. Don't be dignified in His presence. Excuse me if I feel undignified. You don't know what He did to me. You don't know the shackle He break for me. You don't know where He's bringing me from. You don't know where He's taking me to. My journey is different from your journey. You can be dignified and be paused. I cannot be dignified in the presence of my Creator. Can be. Can be. God forbid, I get dignified. And let them make their mascaras and do their foundation and perfect finish, and then when they get there, now let everything be soaked with tears in His presence. Yeah, you think I don't know that? I have 5 sisters growing up. I have wife and daughters, even when I'm grown. So by now you think I don't know. After service, I need to make 2 errands, and I need a protocol set for me to go with, to take me. Tesh lost, I just called her yesterday. Just called her randomly. And she said, oh, Pastor, you just called me. Wow, you just called me today that I lost my uncle. I just got the news today. That was yesterday. The uncle was 54, but he fell down the step and something clogged before they got to the hospital. Just like that. So I'm going to go straight there first. And Valerie Jones is one of us. She comes here. You may not know her by name. When she comes here, she goes slim. Anytime she comes here, she's always out. She said she ate something like, is it potato salad or something? And then she's been in the hospital since last week. I thought it was just going to be only 1-2 days things. And I actually apologized because I thought she was already released. She called me today because she said she was coming to church today. She called me. She said, I'm still in the hospital because the infection, is it E. coli or whatever it is, something. So they're dealing with that. And she says, at doctor's community. So we go to Tesh. Tesh is an Ethiopian lady. From there, I'll go to doctors before I go home. And we'll have discipleship today is from 5 to 8, not 6 to 9. You know, I will make a deal. Don't look at me funny now. So I told you then that if we cancel for Super Bowl, because somebody that is bold told me that, oh, today is Super Bowl. I said, okay, Super Bowl. So next week is going to be 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Is that what I said? I stand free between everybody. So. I think it's going to, that arrangement might disturb Elia. But you didn't look at your text that Sunday. If you look at it, you didn't. They sent a wrong one yesterday, but previously I say 5 to 8, and people, you okay? Okay. Praise God. You are confused about the conflicting. Yeah, it's 5 to 8. 5 to 8. And the brace ready. Yes, let me say something about that too. I have come to a decision that will allow 4 people, each of them with special situation. 4 people will be able to join by Zoom, contrary to the way I said it. And these 4 people have genuine reason. Pastor Jide has been calling me. He called me last week. I said, well, you are here. You didn't come. He said, oh, that was a different Jide now. So when you say it's different, how will I prosecute again? So, all right. He will be on the Zoom. Pastor Ajayi will be on the Zoom because if the wife can't be on the Zoom. I will tell the husband, go watch your Zoom in your room. Don't let your wife do it because she. So Ajayi will be on the Zoom because of the children. The 2 can't be out at that time. Brother Yewale will be on the Zoom. And Tosi Boduni will be on the Zoom. Every other person must come. The closest to Christ's own example of discipleship is they were with him 24/7 for 3.5 years. But in our contemporary world, the only way is to have a physical once every 2 weeks appearance. I remember the story of the Bible that says if somebody's been doing good all his life and decide to backslide and turn away from God, and if that should be the end of him, will he be saved? He said, no, he will surely die. Not any of all his good deeds will be remembered. He shall surely die. And somebody said that, are you going to say, is God being partial? Did the Bible say so? And he said, if somebody's been bad all his life and turn around last minute and start to do good and repent and turn around, and he said he will live, all of his bad deeds will not be remembered. He will surely live. Is God being partial? Mm-hmm. These ones are special situation that I grant. I'm not partial. I just have to see it through. Okay. If you think your own case is serious to be excluded, because those people there now, they will glue to their website. What I see so much with online thing is that they may be cooking. You'll be hearing Paul, cluck, and then they'll be on prayer line. It's not, the heart and spirit is not in it. Anointing cannot be wasted. Let's go to the book of Joshua. Joshua 14 from verse 6. Joshua 14 verse 6. The title is The Warrior's Heart, Sanctified to be a Sanctuary. Joshua 14 from verse 6. Joshua 14 from verse 6. Then the children of Judah came to Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said to him, you know the word which the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, concerning you and me in Kadesh Barnea. You know, a warrior never forgets. You got it? You never forget. This story was reminding Joshua about now is something that happened over 40 years ago. Then he said, you remember, he was saying to Joshua, You know the word which the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, concerning you and me in Kadesh Barnea. Let's go on. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought back word to him as it was in my heart. Sincerity. Eagles don't flock. They don't join multitude to do evil. The understanding is if you are alone with God, you are always in majority. For warriors, it's not a democratic kind of government where majority carry the rule. He said that do not join multitude to do evil. For he said that broad is the way and straight that leads to hell, and many, but narrow and winding, and very few. So it's not you see, when you get into arguments, some people can be so loud. When you speak loud, doesn't mean you are saying the truth. Okay, next one. Nevertheless, my brethren who went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed the Lord my God. Come on. Let's go. So Moses swore to me that day, saying, surely the land where your foot has trodden shall be your inheritance and your children's forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. Warriors don't flee. They are devoted. They are resilient. They are determined. Donnie McCorkey said, every rock may upon Jesus' name. So it doesn't matter who's turning and twitching, I'm standing. Very resilient. Warriors don't bend. They don't flee. They stay on task. Determined. Focused. Calculating. Because the stakes, hey, can you be a hunter and see a lion lying and you want to attack the lion? You dare not miss before you become snack in the mouth of the lion. You must hit it one time. You must be calculating. You must be focused. You must be determined. You must be confident. It's only one time you have. When you miss, it's done. Warrior's heart. Warrior's heart. You never forget the promise Moses made to him. Let's go on. And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive as he said. You cannot be a worshiper that if you cannot meditate to always remember. And so by the same token, you cannot be a praying person and dabbles into sin. The two don't go. For worship as well as prayer must be a lifetime event. It must be a lifestyle. How do you pray? You pray through the word. How do you pray? You pray to God. Your prayer brings you closer to God. But sin takes you away from God. So what kind of prayer are you praying and you are deep in sin? There is no closeness. You can't come to, I have a father. You can't even call him father. A prayer warrior should make prayer a lifestyle. A worshiper must make worship a lifestyle. It's not the singing, I just want to praise the name of the, which is good. What about tomorrow? What is coming from that stream of water? Is it going to continue to be bitter? Oh, sweet? Or is it going to be interjected with bitter spill? It's a lifestyle. Prayer must be a lifestyle. But then meditation will continue to scrape every debris of field that might want to block the treasure from glowing. You say, I'm saying the way it is. Meditation will always bring back to remembrance and will start to draw you continuously close to him. I'm talking about verse 10. And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive. So, why was he kept alive? If you go back to what the word says, everyone that was at the age of to go to war died in the wilderness because of what the report that they brought and the reaction thereafter. Now, Joshua and Caleb were the only Moses, Aaron, that did not die. He said, oh, you said that the Lord, you want us to come and to our wives and our children. I said, the wife and children we're talking about, they are mine, not yours. They will be fine. Every man that was circumcised out of Egypt died. He never forget that. He was part of the category that should have died. And he said, but the Lord kept me alive. As he said, these 45 years, ever since the Lord spoke the words of Moses, while Israel wandered in the wilderness, and now here I am, standing by grace for a reason. Everyone that went through, that came out of that were strong to carry war died. So when they came out of Jordan, they have to be circumcised because all those generations that were born after, they were never circumcised. He never remember, he never forget. God spared me. I cannot forget. That's why I put it in. Let me see the next one. Warriors are so appreciative of grace, especially spiritual warriors. And yet, see, you don't, this is what they do. When a man approach and kill, all this godfather and all that, they know that. When they go kill the father, they try to clear every male child. Why? They don't forget. They will come back. Don't go sleep because you killed the father. With children, sons. No. You're just a ticking time bomb. It's coming. They never forget. As yet as I am strong, as yet as strong this day, as the day of Moses sent me, just as my strength was then, so now is my strength. For to war, both for going out and coming in. My strength never diminished. 45 years I was. 85 years now. I can still go to war. I can still shoot. I can still take over. Now what did he say? Move. Now therefore, give me this mountain of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you heard, because it was Moses and Caleb and Joshua, for you heard in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall. That person is not working with me. I'm waiting for you to. I shall. I will drive them out as the Lord has spoken. Now, warriors knows their enemy. You don't go to battle without first understanding the enemy you're going to fight against. Without first counting the cost. To say, what this ammunition I have and this manpower with me, will they be able to take? Because you already studied that enemy to know you can really take him. You have watched the film and movie in this contemporary setting, if we can use it, to know that, you see, when two teams about to meet in a final of soccer, they play the video of their opponent. They start to look for their weak points and strong points. So their strong point, they put their own strong team to tackle them. Their weak point, they know that they will break through their defense. They have attackers, they don't have defense. So they walk. So you don't go to war without knowing your enemy. Joshua, Caleb knew that the children of Anarchy, that the giants occupants are there and the city is fortified. You cannot go to the strong man's house unless you are first able to bound the strong man. He knows the strength of the enemy. He knows it's a very difficult. What challenges do you have? With what he just said in 12, these are very powerful giant occupants with fortified city set in place. He said, I know. But by the grace of God, maybe with God's help, I will. That is no overconfidence for spiritual warrior. You prepare and you charge. And one thing is, there is no retreat in spiritual warfare. You see what? No, there's no retreat. If you look at the whole armor, there is no defense for your back. Because you are not made to turn your back in defeat. You charge forward. You charge forward. Because the battle is already ordained for victory. For the shout of the king is in their midst. You can never suffer defeat. I'm talking about warriors' hearts. Sanctify to be a sanctuary. Okay. So, forget not all his promises. I put that here in verse 8. Although my brothers who went with me made their heart of the people fear, I remain loyal to the Lord. And he said that everywhere my foot has stepped, he gives to me. Forget not his promises. Don't discard it. And when they say to some people, they say, what is happening to you? Why are you doing that? Man, I don't even know. Aren't you supposed to be? I'm not sure of that. Hey, you forgot. You just forgot. And your friends try to remind you, say, forget that one. I'm not sure. I don't have this team no more. 45 years I was. 40 years ago. I'm still strong. There is no limit to what I can do or can't do by matter of age. My qualification for strength is my weakness. Let the weak say, Warriors pay attention to details. Because when you package everything and you leave a little loophole, that might be the end of the battle. Because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. This is what it says. Surely the land on which you have set foot will be an inheritance to you and your children forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. It said, believe in the Lord, and that shall prosper. You believe what they say. You cannot implement and charge towards it if you don't believe it. As my strength was then, so it is now for war, for going out and for coming in. Be relentless. Warriors in their heart, they are relentless. They don't give up easily. They don't back up easily. They don't retreat. No. They keep going. Is the battle something they can walk through? If they can walk through, it's not God's call. You won't know whether you're going to come back early. But warriors go and come back victorious with scars. Not just walk through. No. It will hit you left, right, but hey, through the power of the Lord, up the charging forward. You come back with bruises. The number of my scars are the number of my what? Hey. Let me say again a minute. The number of my scars.
My victory.
Hey.
That's why my praise can never be the same as yours.
The number of my scars.
The number of my scars.
And the number of my victory. That's why my praise.
That's why my praise can never be the same as yours.
Okay, see, this is it. Excuse me.
Excuse me, if I get undignified. Oh, say you don't know. You don't know. I know what he has done for me.
He said the number of my scars are the number of my victory. That's why my praise can never be the same as yours. Because I'm praising Him from the depth of experience and the deliverance that I have received over the years. That's why I'm flipping. So I will shout, I will jump, I will sing, I will let the world know what the Lord has done for me. That's somebody thinking about. Warriors never assume. They strive to know their enemy. So be steadfast, be determined, be resilient. At the same time, be patient and be focused, be calculating, leaving nothing for chance. That is the state of mind of a warrior. Because they are going for the kill. Now, Caleb was heading to the mountain, and the children of the Anakim, these are giants that can fight. They occupy the place. Where is the Lord taking you to? That you will have to not scrape the face of the face of the surface, but you will go deep to be able to uproot. They cannot occupy until they uproot. Let me tell you about uprooting. Otherwise, when you didn't the Lord charge which of the Joshua also saw? He said, uproot all those tribes, train them off. But they decided to spare some, and they became a snare. Now, I do love garden work. There are some grass that are tough. I don't know the biological name, but we call them stubborn grass. They are tough. They go deep down. The root is good. So when you want to plant and you just rake it on the surface and you plant your tomato, you just deceive yourself. Because those things multiply quickly. They will grow back and take over. But if you don't uproot them off and clear the soil down from the root and now put a different soil, you will never be able to plant. How can you go occupy when you never uproot? They are there for you to uproot, clean the grass. And then, so the children of Anarchy need to be uprooted. Like I told you before, if you hit the father and you leave the son, you are still playing. He's coming to take you out. Uproot. When the lions go and take over territory, they clear all the male lions, even to the cub, and they populate with their own. Knowing how to war in the spirit, being strategic in our spiritual warfare, having power and authority to take over territories, we need to take back our community. We need to take back our community for Christ. But you cannot take territories. Let me tell you when they say territories. Let me say what territories mean. Territories are infrastructures responsible for the spiritual activity dominant in that location. Territories that you want to take over are the infrastructures that are responsible for the spiritual activity that are dominant in that location. Taking down territories. We're going up to the high places to pull the devil kingdom down. You got to go up to pull down. All right. You cannot take territories until you first fight the idols that occupy the land. Caleb has to go to take up the mountain. Before he takes the mountain, he will have to pull down. He will have to uproot. He will have to clear the place before he can take. He has to pull down the structures that support these activities that are dominant. You have to pull them down, a whole structure. The Lord sent to Gideon to go and pull the idols in his father's house. The Lord called Gideon, didn't he? He saw something good in this coming leader that he is speaking. But this leader in his house, the father has an idol that needs to be pulled down. Now, seek to know your family members in the spirit. If you do, you may be shocked. I'm not prophesying doom. I just say, when God wants to take you to another level, it's not impossible, it's not difficult. Ask God. Ask him to reveal to you. Ask him to. I said it to you before, and I said it. I'm saying it right now. There's a place, there's a time that things were tough for us. Really, really tough. My son, my first child, was in middle school. And he was praying. He asked us, hey, can I go work? You're in middle school. What do you want to go work for? Why do you want to work? Yeah, so that I can bring money so that we can for food. What is the age of middle schools? Like 6th, 7th grade? 7th grade? Like 12, 10, 12? If he can think like, let me go work so I can bring more money so we can eat. If a 10 years, 12 years old can read, things like that. Meanwhile, I had a brand new Toyota Camry that I bought in 2023, in 1993, which was a 1994 model, because I bought it in September. It was foreclosed. The job I was working, great state job, closed. And so things just, the house I bought with my credit was repossessed. So he said, oh, you are going through job experience here. And then they connected us, the lady that calls us from London. They said, this lady will help to pray with us every Tuesday. And one day I said to God, I said, this lady that is praying with us, God, show her to me. I said, show her to me. I'm not playing. And I went to sleep. That night, I saw myself in London. How do I know it's London? You know, their own row house is different from our own row house. The step is always black metal. And behind there is always trash thing, a little bit. And then you stay like this, you are looking at another row like that. And you say, I was at this house, I was looking at the opposite house, and this lady came up and sat on the first step, and she was speaking to people inside. I caught the voice. I looked at her face. chocolate looking, oblong a little bit, skinny lady. Brought me back. When I saw her friend the next day, I said, I saw your friend. This guy thought I was drunk on fresh wine. He said, you saw who? I said, is she not like this, like this? The lady wanted to run away. Because she knew I didn't travel to London. Because she saw me a day before. If you ask God about ask him. What did he say? Everyone that asks? Why not try God by his word? Why not? You cannot flow well until you know them by the Spirit. If all you do is to see with the natural eye, you are blind. You got to uproot the stubborn grass to be able to rake and have a free place. A place being occupied by the children of anarchy, a fortified city occupied by human giants, which represent power and principalities that need to be displaced and uprooted for you to be able to occupy. To defeat the idol. So to use Gideon, there was idol in his father's house that if not uprooted will stream into his own life. Regardless, God called it. Why did God say, no, it doesn't matter, I already have you? No. He said, go destroy it. Which idol by your forefather is still said, I'm sanctified? I say, hey, now what about healing of the memories? God said, go destroy it before he was able to put him to use. You see, when you confront, when, God help me, give me grace and strength. The battle you get involved with, if you fail, your children are not safe. It's difficult to understand that. When you have this serious battle that like to take somebody's life out, when you punch the enemy, it leaves you for a time. It's going to come back. Even Jesus, he said, and they departed for the time. And when the enemy comes and attacks you, before the enemy attacks you, you already studied your entire lifestyle. He knows you have struggled with a fine woman. He knows that money can be a little bit of a situation. He knows that anger and offense can be. So when it's coming to hit you below the belt. What did the Lord say? He said, take your son, your only son, which you love so much. Let me test your loyalty. What if enemy wants to come? He will come kill that one that you love the most so as to inflict pain on you. And when you are broken, then the guard is loose. Enemy come all the way. And the end becomes worse. Mighty warrior being trodden underfoot. It's a difficult thing. I see that it's going to be part 2 already. I'm not quite to 1/3 of it now. They're flashing time at me now. To defeat the idols, you first need to be cleansed from secret idols. And keep talking about these secret idols, but we don't seem to understand the minute things that constitute to become big obstacle. The significance of the insignificant. The significance of the insignificant. This is nothing, but it's nothing enough to derail the big ship. It's the little foxes that mess the vine. The significance of the insignificant. You cannot go confront without first dealing with the hidden idols of the heart. it pushes its way out. But the question is, how do I start? How do I attain this? Through a life of consecration. Somebody say consecration. Didn't he say, come near me, and I will come, and you will be able to resist the devil, and he will flee. Come near me, I will come near you, and you will resist. You now come near me, intimacy, but you cannot ascend to me. Who can ascend to the hill of the Lord? Who can come into his holy place? Come near me, I will come near you. Who can ascend to the hill of the Lord? You come back to the place of God, you release power and authority over you, and you become the light that shines. You are not coming to a place where you'll be casting out demons. You only need to appear. That is where the end of the message is going to be, but it will not be here. It will be next week. Sanctify to be a sanctuary. Let me pick to the very last, so we'll get back there. Whenever the ark is taken to the battle, it's always taken to the battle with a shout of joy. And the enemy start to tremble because the presence of the Lord is now in our midst. But now he said that what is about second body answer? What is in the ark? The ark of God is it has the law. And it has the stick. And it has the manna. On top of it, it has the mercy seat with the cherubim spreading their wings in a prayer form. Okay? The law, the stick, the light, then there's mercy seat. I start to say this now, trying to figure out why I'm saying this, because something prompted me to say that. How can I do that? A life of consecration. And that is why I was talking about prayer. If prayer is not a lifestyle, it has no meaning. I don't care how many words they use. I don't care the oratory power. You take the word and you scream the word. But there's no lifestyle that fits it. That is why I don't go along with gifts, though. As much as I look at the fruit. For by their fruits, did they say by their gift you will know them? By their fruit. You may say, still how? Trust in the Lord with all thy strength and lean not to your understanding. See how can I attain this level? See how can I get to this? Lean not to your own understanding. Before you do anything else, you guys are not flowing with me. How can two people work together unless there is agreement? So you can't move in power with him, with his presence over you, when there's no agreement between you and God the Father. When you agree, you take from that authority to pull down the infrastructures that support the activities of the spiritual activity in that dominates that area. But you need to have, you see, so that you do not want to use. This is what I was trying to say. Whenever they put the ark, there is guarantee of victory. But we said that no. The name of the Lord will not be in the box no more. I will inscribe upon the tablet of your heart, so that you are now sanctified. They have pulled the idols away, and now he sits in you. So your appearance is like the ark of God. Hey. That was where I was going when I got stuck, and I came back and he gave it back to me. When they carry the ark, everything shake. I said, you do not need to be delivering and all this power struggle, power confrontation. They must bow, because when power meets power, one must bow. And you've seen it displayed through the power of God so many times here in this assembly. But this is the point. You only need to carry the ark. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You only need to appear. Hey, you are sanctified as a sanctuary. Yes. Somebody. Who is the person right now? Who is the person that wants? Who is the person?